Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inside Celebs. In this episode we will be sharing some interesting facts about the master blaster of cricket Sachin Tendulkar. Born on the 24th of April 1973, Sachin Tendulkar has been a legendary cricketer who started his international career at the age of 16 years and dominated the cricketing world for more than couple of decades. He made the statistics of records much easy by holding almost all the records in books. Let's focus on some of the interesting facts about the legend. Sachin was named after the great musician S.D. Burman, as his father was a big fan of S.D.'s music. In his early days, he would go fishing for tadpoles and guppy fishes in the stream that ran through the compound of iconic Sahitya Sahawas at Bandra East. A young Sachin was sent to cricket coaching class as a punishment. On a Sunday evening, young Sachin fell from a tree during his summer vacation. It infuriated his brother Ajit, who packed him off to cricket coaching class as a punishment. Sachin Tendulkar, well known for his cool and calm personality, was not the same during school times. He was a big bully who loved to pick a fight. He was a prankster too, as once he put a hose pipe into Sourav Ganguly's room and turned on the tap. His first ever bat was bought by his sister, Savita, that too from Kashmir. Since childhood, the passion for the game was such that he used to sleep with his cricket gear during his junior days. At the age of 11, when he went for his first selection trials, he was not selected by the selectors. The rejection didn't lose his hopes; on the contrary, his focus, commitment and capacity to work hard increased further. In his own words, "If you want to realize your dreams, then shortcuts won't help." Young Tendulkar wanted to become a fast bowler but was rejected by legendary Dennis Lilly's MRF Pace Foundation in 1987 and was suggested to focus on batting. Sir Ramakanta Krekkar, his coach at Shardashram School, used to keep a 1 rupee coin on stumps as a prize to any bowler who dismissed Sachin in nets. But if he remained not out, then the coin would belong to Sachin. Tendulkar is the proud owner of 13 such coins. He still has a good bunch of those coins and considers them one of his most prized possessions. He was once slapped by a Krekkar sir when he missed a practice match and went to Wankhede for cheering his school team playing in Harish Shield final. His sir told him that you don't have to be here to cheer for others. Play in such a way that others cheer for you. Post that day, Sachin never missed any match and practiced much harder. Sachin showed much promise from the start. At the age of 14, in a school tournament named Harish Shield, he scored 329 runs. He sang and whistled with Vinod Kambli during their 664-run record stand to avoid eye contact with the coach's assistant, who wanted to declare the innings whereas the duo wanted to keep on batting. During the 1987 World Cup, Sachin was a ball boy for the match between India and Zimbabwe at the Wankhede Stadium. Sachin Tendulkar played for Pakistan before India. 16-year-old master blaster Sachin Tendulkar may have played his first international cricket match against Pakistan in 1989, but the first time he stepped on an international arena was for Pakistan. That's right. During an exhibition match between India and Pakistan on January 20, 1987, Tendulkar was sent as a substitute fielder for Imran Khan's team. His start to the domestic cricket was terrific, as he scored centuries in all his debut matches of Ranji, Duleep and Irani trophies. When Tendulkar did not receive the title of Best Junior Cricketer in the Mumbai Cricket Association, Sunil Gavaskar gifted him a pair of ultra-light pads, in order to console him. In 1989, Tendulkar wore these pads in Karachi, during his debut against Pakistan. Sachin used to bat with a very heavy bat, weighing 3.2 pounds. Sachin Tendulkar couldn't celebrate his maiden Test century with champagne because he was underage. A Magnum champagne bottle was gifted to Sachin when he scored his first Test 100 at Manchester in 1990, but he couldn't open it as British rules didn't allow those under 18 to do that. Sachin chose to wait for 8 years and popped it at his daughter Sarah's first birthday in 1998. An ordinary international debut. Sachin Tendulkar, known as God of Cricket, had a very ordinary debut both in Test and one-day cricket. At the age of just 16, he made his international cricket debut in 1989 against Pakistan in Karachi, in which he scored just 15 runs. In his one-day debut against Pakistan itself, he got out on duck and it took 3 matches for him to score a single run. Such a long wait to score his maiden ODI century. Tendulkar, with a massive record of 100 centuries, scored his first ODI century after 79 matches, which he scored against Australia in September 1994, 5 years after his debut. Like most of the cricketers, Tendulkar also is a superstitious person. In the Kotla Test against Pakistan, where Kumble took a perfect 10, whenever Tendulkar handed Kumble's sweater and cap to the umpire at the start of an over, Kumble took a wicket. So he continued doing that until Kumble took all 10. Following his superstition, during the finals of 2011 World Cup, post getting out, he refrained from watching the match. And because he considered his opening partner Virendra Sehwag as his lucky charm, he didn't even allow Sehwag to watch the match and made him sit beside him until India won. None of them watched the entire match, including the incredible winning 6 of MS Dhoni. Sachin Tendulkar lent his bat to Shahid Afridi, who went on to score the fastest century. Well, if not Sachin himself, then his bat is enough to make headlines. Although it was Shahid Afridi who had scored the first fastest ODI century off 37 balls, back in 1996 against Sri Lanka, but the bat which he had used in that stunning knock was of Sachin Tendulkar. Reportedly, Sachin had given his bat to Waqar Younis, who later gave it to Afridi. Sachin was without a bat contract until the start of the 1996 Cricket World Cup. At the end of the tournament, a famous tire manufacturer sponsored his willow. The first brand which he endorsed was the health drink, Boost. Sachin became the richest cricketer in October 1995 after he signed a 5-year contract worth 31.5 crore rupees with World Telephone. Tendulkar was very possessive about his Ferrari, even not letting his wife Anjali to drive it. Fiat, the Italian owner of Ferrari, gifted a Ferrari 360 to the god of cricket, its brand ambassador, when he equaled the record of 29 Test centuries by Don Bradman. The car was handed to Sachin by none other than Michael Schumacher. This was a parallel universe compared to his Maruti 800, which was the first car the cricketer bought with his hard-earned money. He still misses the car and has lately appealed to people if they can help him in getting that car back. He loves listening to Kishore Kumar and rock group Dire Straits. Once in 1995 he went to watch a Hindi movie Roha with a beard and disguise so that no one could recognize him. However, it all went wrong when his glasses fell off and the crowd in the cinema hall recognized him. At the age of just 17, on his return from the tour of England, he met his wife Anjali for the first time at the Mumbai airport. He later married Anjali when he was 22. Sachin is 6 years younger to Anjali. The couple have 2 children, Sarah and Arjun. In 1998, he got 1,894 ODI runs, a record for ODI runs by any batsman in a calendar year. Sachin still holds the record of scoring most centuries in a calendar year, 9 ODI centuries in 1998. The only country which barred Tendulkar to score a century. Quite surprisingly, his lowest test average was in Zimbabwe, 40 in 7 innings. It's also the only country against which Tendulkar could never score a century. Sachin's weakness is vada pav, a popular street food in Mumbai. During the Super 6 match against Sri Lanka in the ICC World Cup in 2003, Tendulkar batted with tissues in his underwear because of an upset stomach and went on to score 97 runs, helping India to win the match. Sachin first visited London's Madame Tussauds in 1988. 20 years later, in 2008, the museum had his wax statue. The 24th of February 2010, in a match against South Africa at Gwalior, he set a benchmark by scoring the first ODI double hundred in the history of cricket. During the peak of his career, Tendulkar's popularity had grown so massively that people would watch as long as Sachin batted, and the moment he got out, they would turn off their TV sets and go back to their daily chores, because they felt victory was no longer in the cards. Tendulkar is the only Indian cricketer and the youngest person to get Bharat Ratna Award. Other awards include Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna, Arjuna Award and Padma Shri. Other than cricket and cars, Sachin works towards the welfare of underprivileged children. Tendulkar sponsors 200 underprivileged children every year through Apnalaya, a Mumbai-based NGO associated with his mother-in-law, Annabelle Mehta.
God of cricket. Tendulkar. Tendulkar.